Nature Health Online Aromatherapy Level 2. I'm taking for granted you've already done Level 1, which is the basic grounding. So as we step up into Level 2, this is where we get more specific. You might wonder why I'm sitting with this crazy headgear on. Well, I'm going to just do a quick little review of one of the items that we covered very briefly in session 1, which was working with lavender and peppermint. So we referred to the hair treatment and how we would do it. So I want to just show you what this little gear looks like. It in fact is a toweling, almost like a little bonnet. It has a little hook at the top. And then what we do is we put the treatment on our hair with the oil, so that we actually talked about using avocado oil or coconut oil, whichever is the oil of your choice for your hair. And lavender was the oil that we selected from last session. So with jasmine and neroli, you might decide to give yourself another hair treatment, and you have the choice to work with 2 other oils. So you've got coconut, we've talked about briefly. We are going to be working with a really beautiful oil, a light oil, carrier oil, apricot kernel, also very beautiful for a hair treatment. And of course, on our skin, we're using jojoba. Undo the lid and just pass your nose. What do you smell? Is it sweet? Is it flowery? Is it exotic? It's a little bit slightly heady. So jasmine is an absolutely exquisite perfume. It's no wonder it's been used for centuries. They call it the king of the flowers, the oil from the king of the flowers. What are we looking at with this exotic oil? So it's an antidepressant. So that's a fabulous addition to the lavender we've already learned about. It's an antiseptic. It's an aphrodisiac, or it claims to be. So you'll have to try that out yourself. The one aspect which is great, it's a sedative. So it's not only calming to the system, but it's also very good for the bladder channel. So now you've got your beautiful oil, spritz, and now that's ready to use when we do our facial. I have a 100 ml bottle. How many drops? Well, you don't need to if you don't want to use the full bottle, then you can just fill it half and then use like 13 or drops. But if you are using a full bottle, I would use about 15 drops is good enough. We're going to make our massage oil. Now the massage oil, we're using the jojoba. So again, we go back to our recipe sheet and we are making a massage oil for the face. So in this little bottle here, I'm going to take the teaspoon measure, because for a teaspoon, you'll notice here on the list here, for the facial oil, 4 mils is 1 drop. So a teaspoon is 5 mils. So if I put 2 teaspoons, I'm going to use 3 drops. It's just over what is required. But the lavender is a very gentle oil, and the other 2 are just perfect. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of jojoba. So this is the massage oil that we're going to use. So if you've got your empty bottle, dark bottle, and what's most important, so I've got 2 teaspoons there, and I'm going to use 3 drops. So I'm going to put 1 drop of each, 1 drop of lavender, 1 drop of jasmine, And Alexandra, with your one, you've got neroli, which is in jojoba already. You can even put 5 drops, no problem. And neroli. To participate in any of the level 2 courses, you must have completed at least one level 1. Visit my website, NatureHealth.com.au /shop, and that's where you can purchase your course.